you feeling, Macca?
Feel all right, mate, to be honest. I think...
No, it means the game.
Oh, the game, sorry. Yeah, I mean, of course, England have had 2 games, haven't they, in this tournament?
Yep.
And they've won quite easily.
Against poor opposition?
Yeah, I discard the Belgium game because there's so many changes, none of them will appear tomorrow if the team is fit. So, yes, they've had 2 good games. They won quite easy against poor opposition. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They've had a nice rest. No excuses tomorrow, Dan. If they lose, there's nothing down for them when they go back home. You know, they've had all this preparation. They've all had a nice rest. They've had all the great facilities. They seem to be a happy bunch, confident bunch. They're younger than the Colombian team. It looks as if the Colombian star man's out. So everything's on their side rolling into this game. It's just whether they can acquit themselves and do it. Simple as that.
James trained away from the main squad today, we understand.
Well, you don't train away from the main squad 24 hours before a game and play. I think from his, barring a miracle, from his perspective, I think he's got to look to, you're a bit like Edison Cavani, you're targeting the quarterfinals if your team can get through, especially with a calf injury. It was interesting, Uruguay 16-1. I know they've got France and England 61, bearing in mind how solid Uruguay have been. Look, England they're capable of winning this game. There is absolutely no doubt about it. His team selection is going to be interesting when it comes out tomorrow because he has changed it a little bit. Loftus-Cheek's had some game time.
Would you play Loftus-Cheek or Dele Alli?
To be honest with you, I would play Dele Alli because I think timing his runs into the box, he's one of the best in the business for a young man at it. He might only have 2 or 3 opportunities, but he's already proven he can get on the end of it. I think that one of the interesting ones whether Sterling plays or not alongside or up along with Harry Kane, or whether because there's been a lot of talk in the English media that he should be dropped, and he has been. I think he was dropped at one point. So Gareth's team selection is going to be interesting. But I've gone for Colombia just.
You've gone for Colombia?
Just, but I'm not confident in that. I think England are more than good enough to win the game, but I just think these South American teams, I hate playing against. They're just such a tough nut to crack.
Well, Colombia are the outsiders 6-4. England coming in at 2-1 on Stevie.
Yep, and rightly so, I think.
You picked England, I think.
I did, yeah. And the reason I picked England is because I was sure that James wasn't playing. He's the difference maker for Colombia. You know, when he came on in the first game, it transformed him. He was fantastic in the second game, and then when he came off injured in the third game, then they went back to a rudderless Colombia. So, listen, they won't have the top man. England will have the top man in Harry Kane, and that's going to be the deciding factor for me.
Sterling plays, doesn't he?
I think that it's the team that will start will be the first game that England played in this tournament. I think he'll revert back to that. I think Sterling will play. I think Dele Alli will play. I think he will go back to that team. They've all had a good rest, as I said to you the other day, in this heat and the humidity. The 11 that will play tomorrow, pardon the goalkeeper, I think, who played against Belgium, that fresh 10 will come in. Yeah. I know John Stones went off, but they'll come in. So, you know, James not playing, Colombia having an extra game effectively, a day less rest, a couple of days less rest really. That's why I'm picking England. But as I said before, I haven't seen anything yet that's really impressed me. Of course, they beat Panama and they beat Tunisia, but they need to show us more before we can get carried away and going further down the line. Hopefully a big performance tomorrow. And then we can start thinking, wow, you know, wow. But at this moment, we can't go mad at the minute.
But one thing we don't know is they haven't been tested defensively.
Right.
You know, Walker playing in a back three is completely a question mark. We're not quite sure against a real team what this guy's going to do for there. That has to be a worry for England.